Hello there everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I hope that you are all having a wonderful day and finding time for yourselves to relax and do the things that make you so happy. Today I'm going to be showing you all of my new art supplies that I got in the mail. I took a little peek, so I kind of know a little bit of what's in there, but I don't know everything. So I'm very excited to go through it and show you. There's going to be several different triggers in this video, so I hope that you enjoy. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I think I'm going to start with just the simple old color wheel. Now, I never actually had one of these. I had made one when I was in art class in high school. I took 3 years of art. I think I've mentioned that a couple times on this channel, but if you're new here, hi. I love sketching, doodling, I love painting, I love coloring, I love all forms of art, and I've recently gotten back into it quite a bit, and this is the Madura. I might be mispronouncing that. I'm also a little bad at pronunciations. It's okay. So I do apologize if I do get anything wrong. But during my 3 years of art class, I learned a lot about color theory, and the color wheel is just a really cool tool to use when you're mixing colors. So I love that. I love it. My first thing that I was excited about was this pouch. Now, it was zipped up when I first seen it, so I didn't know what was in there. So it caught my eye. I was very like, what's inside? What could it be? So it is paint brushes. One of them fell. I'm gonna grab that real quick. Okay. So I can never have enough paintbrushes, to be honest. I haven't had any fancy ones in years. I go through them pretty quickly just because I have a little confession to make. I have been bad about cleaning my utensils, my paintbrushes in the past. So I usually just stick to the cheap ones so that I don't have to feel too bad if they get, old and gunky and dirty. But since I have these brand new brushes, I have to make a promise to myself that I'm going to take better care of the brushes. Zip those back up. And there's a whole lot of stuff in this box, so let's pull out the next thing. More paintbrushes. Sweet. I'm gonna open up the package because I can tell there is something written behind these brushes, and I am curious to know what it says. The red wooden handle parts. Those are cute. Let's slide them down and see. Okay, so it says Madura 7-piece nylon hairbrush set. Okay, cool. They each have these little tiny numbers on them, which I believe that's just indicating the size of them. We didn't learn too much about that in my art classes, so I can't pretend like I know the actual reason there's little numbers on them. And there's nothing written on the back. So this next thing, it looks like they're little putty spatulas or little paint spatulas. If you've ever watched Bob Ross, you've probably seen him use these to just kind of scrape different paints together and mix them. So I did have a couple of these just like from an art kit that I had gotten years ago, but I think I only had this bigger guy right here. I didn't have all these littler ones. So that's exciting. I don't think I'm going to open those up though. I'm going to leave them in the package. Okay, then you got this big old bucket. It's pretty cool. So it opens up and you can use it for your paints. It's a little palette. Actually, I assume it opens up, but oh, there it goes. There we go. Ooh. Fancy. It can hold stuff. It can hold your brushes and things. I assume that's what it's for. It didn't come with like a manual or a little pamphlet or anything, so, But yeah, it's really cool. And then you can turn this over and use that as a little palette for your paints. Mix them up, whatever you want to do. I have smaller ones of this that I use, but I needed a new one because all mine are dirty. Like I said, I've been bad. I've created bad habits in the past of not cleaning my supplies, but I am devoted to getting better at it. So and then I assume these little circle holes, you can put your little paintbrushes in them. Isn't that handy? So then you could just flip this upside down. Maybe. It doesn't really fit in there like that. You just take it away and then use this to put your little paintbrushes in. So that's cool. Grabbing things in a random order. They're not. I took a few things out here and there, so we might have more paintbrushes in there to look at. But this next thing is a bag. I can already tell it says Madura on it, the brand name. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this up just because I'm curious to see how big it is. It smells so nice. I can't quite describe that smell. It's not like a, you know, like when you go into a shoe store and you smell that brand new shoe smell. It's almost like that, but it almost has like a fancy chocolate smell. I know that's probably so weird, but that's what I'm getting. That's what I'm picking up from it. I like how it has a little snap, a little button here that you can close it so that all your stuff doesn't fly out as easily, especially if you're as clumsy as me. Oh my goodness. That's a pretty decent sized art bag. I'm going to be able to fit a lot of stuff in there. And I like the fabric or the material that it's made out of. That's nice. And it's pretty thick too, so I like that. Okay, so I knew we had more paintbrushes to look at. A 15-piece multi-purpose brush set. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 pieces. And on this side you can see that they have different colors of tips. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 orange ones, 1, 2, 3 yellow ones, 1, 2, 3 blue ones, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red ones. Nice. Handy dandy. Love it. Okay. Let's grab this one next. Ooh. Let's go ahead and take it out of this packaging. Maybe if I can find a little spot to do so. Okay, there we go. because it's wooden. I don't want to get a splinter or something. Just put your thumb through that little hole. Just put your little paints on there. Smells so nice. Okay. So here is the very exciting part. I can't wait to look at this. So one of my favorite art mediums to paint with is watercolor, but I've never actually had a fancy set. These are watercolor paint tubes. I've always just used the really generic, very cheap watercolor paints that you can get anywhere. You can get them at the dollar store, you can get them at Walmart, wherever. And they're usually only like $4 or less. I'm not like you can find them for $1. And I have made some really cool art pieces with those cheap watercolors. So I'm just saying, if you don't have like a huge budget to spend on a lot of art stuff, you can start with literally anything. Just go to the store, get you a little watercolor palette for $1, get you a little sketch pad, and go to town, because I've seriously created some cool stuff with those. But now I'm moving up in the world. I got me a fancy old 24 color kit. Wow. So let's open it up. There's nothing on the back. There's a little spot there. Ooh. Got all the different colors of the rainbow here. Nice. Oh, I'm so excited. My favorite color that's catching my eye automatically is this blue color right here. Cerulean blue. Probably not pronouncing that correctly either, to be honest. But I love these blue colors, right? These 3 shades right here, so pretty. And then my favorite color, they have yellow ochre. I'll hold that closer so you can see. It's right in the middle between this brown color and then this golden yellow color. I love that rustic, old, primitive, vintage looking yellow ochre. And that's actually a color that Bob Ross uses a lot on his show. Let's see. So that's exciting. I'm very, very thankful for that. Next, we have 2 more paint kits. We have an oil paint tubes, and we have acrylic paint tubes. And they each come with 24 different colors. So let's check out the oil paints first. Let's look at them. Ooh. They're also in tubes, and it looks like they're the same exact shades as the watercolor one. So this is going to be interesting to mess around with and kind of compare what they look like. Like I said, I'm most familiar with acrylics and watercolor for sure. Oil paints, I never got too into them, but mainly because I didn't have a lot of access to them. I did have a kit of oil paints before, but they were almost like crayons. So it's neat to me that these came in tubes. So I'm gonna have to watch like a little tutorial on YouTube or something, just so I know a little bit more about the oil paints and how to go about it, you know, what kind of painting style would be best used for them. And then the acrylic paint tubes, I'm assuming they come in the same exact shade, but we're gonna find out. Let's open that box. Yep. Same shades. Cool. Acrylic, ACRYLIC paint tubes, 24 colors. Alright, next we have just this little 20 sheets sketch pad. That's really cute. I can just fit this into my purse or my bag or whatever and take it with me. And if I ever get bored, which is not often, but sometimes it happens, I can just pull this out and do some sketches. Because it's not too big, it's not too small either. It's perfect little size to put in your little carry bag. It's fine. I love a good sketchbook. I see another one in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and look at that. It looks really pretty. This is, oh, okay, cool. So this is an oil pad. So 12 sheets of oil pad papers. And I'm guessing that this is a specific type of paper that will enhance the oil paints. You know, so if I were to use the oil paints on just any old regular sketch pad paper or, you know, even a canvas, maybe it wouldn't pop out as good as it would on these specific special papers. So that's interesting. I'm very glad that I have this, because that's going to be helpful. Look at that beautiful artwork. Wow. Looks so realistic. And then we have another sketch pad. Oh my goodness. Ooh, this is 12 sheets of watercolor. A watercolor pad. And that's interesting to me because I've only just used just regular sketchbook paper for my watercolor art usually. I never use an actual canvas because the watercolor just doesn't spread right. But look at how pretty that is. It's mountain scenery with hills and trees and beautiful, beautiful colors. So, I know I'm going to be using this right away. Oh, and it looks like we have one last sketch pad. Dedicated for acrylic paints. 12 sheets, acrylic pad. Wow, that's so cool. That's going to be very good for me to practice with, since I have specific papers for them. We do have a few more things. So they came with more paintbrushes. I'm gonna open these up so I can see what it says behind there. I know the other one said nylon, I believe. These guys. Yeah, these were nylon hair brushes. Okay. All right. Just slide them down so I can read. Okay, so it just says 6-piece artist wooden brush set. So I assume these are multi-use. You could probably use them for whatever. I'm gonna look it up just so I'm more educated on it. I don't care how many hours I spent in that art class, there's still so much about art that I am always intrigued on. Like, there's fascinating tips, tricks, and facts that I just don't know. It's hard to keep up with. One little creative tip though, if you are a crafter and you like to make cool things out of things that have broken or things that you don't use anymore, something that I do like to do is when I get a brush and the tip of it is just terrible, it breaks, you can use the wooden parts for craft making. You can make all kinds of cool stuff out of them. I've seen something around Halloween time where somebody was using these to make miniature witch brooms, and I thought that was just so cool. So there's all kinds of stuff you can do. You can't ever have enough paintbrushes. Okay, we got a couple more things to look at. It looks like, ooh, so we have 8x10 canvas panels. And let's count how many there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Supplies for days. Like, this is gonna last me quite a long time. Okay, and then last but not least, we have 2 more canvases. And these are 11 by 14 stretched canvas, professional quality. So I'm very excited for that. Check the box that it came in just to make sure there wasn't anything that I'm forgetting to show. Okay, I don't think so. I think I showed everything. So, that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this little unboxing slash show and tell. Stay tuned for more videos coming soon. I definitely want to do an ASMR video using these supplies, maybe showing you guys something that I paint, or it's just something creative. I'm gonna have to put some thought into it and figure out where I want to start. I know for sure I definitely want to use those watercolor tubes very soon. I'm excited for that. But anyways, I hope you guys are having a really good December so far. Take care of yourself, and I will see